if we had this is your axis, right? Your center, your spine. So let's say we had a pole here and we wrapped a rope around this, right? Around here. Or let's say we didn't wrap the rope, but we had a rope tied here, and I give him one end of the rope. If I kept this in the ground and I began to turn this and wrap around here, he would get pulled in to me, right? But am I pulling him, or is he getting pulled? But am I pulling him? Right. So what if I did the same thing? I tied a piece of rope around here and gave him the other end, and then I started leaning my axis back. It's in the ground, and I start pulling it back. That's me trying to pull him, right? My axis trying to pull him, and if he's pulling back, then it's a tug of war, right?
Right.
But if I just have mechanics where this turns on an axis and it's taking up the slack of the rope, he will end up coming in.
Right.
But I'm not pulling him, right? He will get pulled as a result of the axis turning, right? Let's flip the script. Let's look at it in reverse. I got some coil wrapped around here already, and I pull a little piece off, stretch it out about this far, and I put it in his hand, and he holds on to it. It's a stiff wire, and I start to turn this as to unfurl the coil. What happens to him? As this turns, it starts to push him, right? Because as it elongates, so it pushes him away from me. But am I pushing him? Well, if I took the same coil and I took a piece off, right, and about this far, and I put in his hand, and I start trying to push this towards him, that's me trying to push him. That's my center moving, my axis moving, because this is a piece of coil. My arm is going to be the piece of coil. I'm pushing the center, and I'm trying to push him here. The coil probably bends or something, or it runs into his force. But if I just let it feed out and get longer and longer and longer and longer, he gets pushed. But we're not pushing because we're firmly based into the ground, right? This is boom into the ground. So we're not actually pushing, but he gets pushed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So what's going on is, if we're doing single push hand, let's say, I'm coming here. My axis is my spine, right? Keep your head up, suspended from the string, hold everything straight, right? I go down and up, down, up. I don't want to shift into him. That's me trying to push him by shoving my center or my axis towards him. I want my axis to kind of stay where it is, like in between my my footprint, both of my feet, right? I want to stay, I don't want to go over my feet. I want to stay somewhere in here, right? So as I'm coming here, I'm down, loading here. When I come up, see, I let that uncoil out, right? So here, 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 here. I let it uncoil. I don't shove it at him, right? I don't want to come.